I kid you not when I say that this book ended on the biggest cliffhanger ever. Welcome back to another bookish review. Now today we are going to be talking about Spiritbound, the 5th book in the Vampire Academy series by Rachel Mead. Now I know I started the Vampire Academy series long ago and I've taken many breaks throughout the series. I don't know why that is. I guess I get tired of reading such long books about the same characters because I like to focus on multiple characters' journeys. But I ended up being tired of the series after reading 3 of them back to back and ended up stopping halfway through this one just to take a break and read a couple other things. Mainly some manga, because I've been trying to get into reading more manga. As always, there are going to be spoilers for this book and the 4 that came before it, since this is the 5th book in the series. So if you do not want the Vampire Academy series spoiled for you, go ahead and leave now. Now, assuming all of those that don't want spoilers are gone, let's get into this. Now, as I said, this is the 5th book in the series. And in this one, we see Rose having come back to school after deciding she was going to sign herself out and drop out. She ends up taking her Guardian exam test and passes with flying colors because she's such a skilled and strong Guardian. Once she has Guardian duties, she ends up going with some of her friends to Las Vegas as a cover story. What she really ends up doing is finding out that Victor knows somebody that knows something about spirit that could help Dimitri. So she plans to go and let Victor out of prison despite what he did to Liza in the first book. She does end up, however, getting punished for the trip to Las Vegas and has to be set on paper duty, which she is none too fond of. We kind of see her trying to grow into being a real Guardian and no longer being in school, even though she was faced with the real world and fighting real Strigoi in the last book. She, in this one, is now an adult. She's no longer in high school and she is actually a Guardian, and she's struggling to kind of fall into the more stern Guardian rules. She is not a paperwork doer. She's active, she wants to do more, and she hates the fact that she got punished for that. Even though if found out that she was the one that let Victor out of prison, it could have been so much worse for her. Mainly, we kind of see her struggling with her punishment at being a paper pusher, and we see a lot of Liza through the bond and through Rose's eyes. So we get to see that Liza is actually training with Christian and a few other people in order to learn how to fight for herself and use a silver stake, because she has been trying to imbue a stake with spirit power in order to try and save Dimitri, which is the information that they learned from Victor. They learned that a silver stake being wielded by a spirit user could cure a Strigoi and bring them back to a normal Dhampir or human. So that's what she's trying to do, despite Rose's protest against it, because she doesn't want Liza involved in all this fighting and anything else. But Liza is being stubborn and saying she wants to do it anyway. So we kind of see Rose powerless to do anything because she's stuck on punishment and has to work all the time and can't be around Liza, so she can't really stop her from doing that anyway. That's what this book is about, is trying to find ways to cure Strigoi and bring them back to normal. But in so trying to do that, Rose lets so many innocent people get hurt and die in the process because she is so obsessed with her love for Dimitri. And I think she was kind of selfish. Like, yeah, I get it. He in himself is not himself as a Strigoi, but you are risking so many lives. It could have been so much better handled. Like, I'm sure they have ways to capture a Strigoi without killing them, but they didn't even try it. And because of that, people got hurt. So I was kind of like, okay, Rose, you're being a bit selfish. Then Rose is trying to get over her love for Dimitri despite going after him. She tries to be a girlfriend to Adrian, another spirit using Moroi who is older than her, and it's not going well because she has her head stuck on curing Dimitri, and Adrian feels like he is being very left out of the situation. And isn't very happy about it, which who would be? He's her boyfriend and she is his girlfriend, yet she's focused on this other man. And when they finally do cure him, thanks to Liza being stubborn, he is all she can think about. But he wants nothing to do with her because he remembers everything that he did as Destroy and honestly feels really guilty, but he can't do anything to take back what he did to any of the Guardians or anyone, or her specifically. He can't look her in the eye. He can't face her for that. And Rose keeps pushing and pushing and pushing and saying, it wasn't you. You were not you at that point. I forgive you. And she keeps going against Dimitri's wishes of giving him space, giving him time. He's telling her he doesn't love her. He's telling her he can't love her and he can't face her after what he did. But she keeps shoving her way in. Which I get it. She saved him. She loves him. But girl, listen to what he is saying and give him some time. Like, all through this book, I thought she was incredibly selfish, which everyone is guilty of being selfish sometimes, but there are points when you have to look at yourself and go like, okay, I need to take a step back. But I kid you not when I say that this book ended on the biggest cliffhanger ever. And I'm like, what? Who? Why? And how? I have to know. So I probably am going to start this book either right now or really soon because that was a heck of a cliffhanger and a really cheap shot. So I want to know what happened.